Alrighty, y'all. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the Intuitive Mind Podcast with your motherfucking favorite host, Kiana Wright. So, y'all, it's taking me a little bit to warm up with this whole podcasting thing because I feel like I'm talking to myself in a room by myself, which I am, which is pretty cool. But I'm doing this for a purpose, and I'm doing this to help other people while helping myself. I feel like this is an outlet for me to really express some things that I be feeling when I don't have nobody to pick up the phone and call. You know what I'm saying? I could help others in the process of helping myself. So now I'm not this completely healed person. If you're just tuning in, I am healing. I am on my journey. I'm not there yet. So some days I wake up and somebody piss me off, they're gonna get cussed the fuck out. That's how that goes. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? My emotions, I react to certain situations. But now that I know that I find grace upon these folks, I'm not gonna react like that. But every day ain't like that. Some days it's harder than others. You know what I'm saying? But this is episode 4 of the Intuitive Mind Podcast. Let's get back to the schedule, the regular scheduled program, y'all. This is episode 4. And on this episode, I'm gonna talk about accountability. Yep. And I'm talking about accountability because I feel like everybody like to put the blame off on other people and other situations instead of taking responsibility for the fuck shit and the role that they played and a lot of the situations that they were in. See, I used to always want to blame other people. Well, so-and-so did this to me. So-and-so did that to me. So-and-so da-da-da-da. And then I started to realize like, well, if I start taking accountability and responsibility because I put myself in that position with these people, and I probably shouldn't have did that one thing or said that thing, so that led me to experience these type of emotions and feelings. I started taking accountability. Like I said, I'm not a perfect person. I don't proclaim to be perfect. I don't proclaim to be nobody's savior. I'm just trying to help people heal from a regular ass individual. There's a lot of people out here that's helping people and they never really experience real hard times. They never really experience real sorrow. They never really experience real grief. They never really lost nobody they really love and they still alive. And then you lose people that you really, really love and they gone and never coming back. You know what I'm saying? But for the people that have experienced those things, they have a different outlook on life. They look at shit differently. They look at life differently. I look at life differently. But in order for me to begin to look at life differently, I had to begin to heal myself. Because if I didn't begin to heal, I would have crashed out. I'm human, y'all. See, what it is, you put Band-Aids. You put Band-Aids on your problems. You start drinking and smoking and doing whatever you do and not thinking about it. But once that drink gone and that smoke gone, them emotions, they come right back. When I realized that, oh yeah, now I got to fix me. So realize that whatever you doing to put a Band-Aid on that little shit, so you won't have to think about it, when that shit gone, the reality sets the fuck back in. And we right back at square one, We right back there. And hey, listen, y'all, I'm also not, I edit my videos, but I don't edit my fuck ups because I like that real raw shit. Like I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all what I'm giving y'all. You feel me? So this is what we doing. But listen, the definition of accountability is the fact or condition of being accountable and or responsible. Be accountable for your fucking actions, bro. Be accountable. There was a time that I used to lie like a motherfucker. I used to lie all the time because I was trying to be somebody that I knew I wasn't. There was a time that I was toxic. There was a time that I manipulated people into doing things that I wanted them to do because I felt like that was right because that's all I knew was manipulation. I grew up on manipulative tactics. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on those things. So I thought it was normal. See? And I'm going to skip back into childhood trauma real quick. If we really look at it as adults, think about this, y'all. Anything that we knew all the way up until the time that we decided to go out and learn some other shit was all we was taught. What we were taught is all we knew. Until we got around certain people and situations, until we got out in the workforce and learned this is not healthy, until we got around people that was actually, on their shit healing, and we learned that, okay, maybe that's not the best way to go about this. But growing up, all we know is what we were taught. You know what I'm saying? So when I began to take accountability for my actions, I began to realize like, damn, I thought that was normal. I thought that I was supposed to act like I didn't give a fuck. I thought that I was supposed to be, cold-hearted. I thought that I was supposed to not trust nobody, not love nobody. I thought that's how it was supposed to go because that's what I was taught. You never trust them, you never love them. Always sleep with one eye open. You know what I'm saying? You don't never know what nobody doing behind your back. Never let your left hand know what your right hand doing. Now that's still true. But a lot of the things that I was taught was true. But a lot of it, when I got older and realized that it was toxic as fuck, I began to change. But in order for me to change, I had to take accountability for the shit that I did first. It had to sink in. It had to sink in. Me lying, me cheating, me manipulating people, me going off on rants, and me just flying off the handle, my temper, everything that I did, I take full accountability for the shit. Because regardless of the fact, check this out. You can't go back and you can't change that shit. You can't go back and you can't try to redo that shit. It's in the past. It's already done. It's already fucking done. So what we got now? We got here and now. We got here and now. What we do in our lives from here on out is up to us. Every day that you wake up, you get a new chance. And with that chance comes choices. And with those choices, that comes your future. You know what I'm saying? Every day that you wake up, you have an opportunity to be a new ass individual. No matter who you was yesterday, an hour ago, a week ago. You know what I'm saying? Every day that you wake up, you got a chance to be a new ass individual. So why not start now? Why not start today? A lot of people, they beat themselves up and like, yo, I just can't switch up overnight. I can't switch up. Yeah, you can. When you switch up overnight of the person that you used to be and who you want to become, if you got a vision or where you're trying to go, you don't know how you're going to get there, but you know that it's possible. You don't know what doors is going to open for you, but you know that one day you see yourself doing this, you're going to have to change who you are now in order to get to where you need to be. You have to let go of that old you and that old version of yourself. And when you shed that old version, everything that came with that old version, the people, the things you used to partake in, the shit that you used to do, the shit that you used to say, the shit that you used to wear, everything has to go with it. But it first starts with healing yourself. You cannot be the complete, absolute best version of yourself until you are healed. Healing, but you're not going to heal completely because you're going to continue to face these emotions. But that's cool. Recognize them, feel them. Don't try to shove them to the side. Feel that shit. You feel me? But let's get back on this accountability shit. Because I'm getting sidetracked. Because tonight I'm really feeling it, y'all. Like I said, I'm getting more comfortable with this. And I'm really happy that the more I record, the more I get comfortable, the more that I want to record. I'm excited about recording, dead ass. It takes my mind off of everything else that's going on around me to be able to read people comments and respond to people comments about, you know, what they're listening to on the podcast, and it's helping people. So if I could be a help, that's all I want to do. You know what I'm saying? If this is my role to play and this is my purpose, that's what I'm going to do. So, you know, God gave me a vision and he told me what to do. And I woke up one day and I started doing it. And I feel like this is the path for me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to taking accountability starts with you, y'all. First things first, it starts with you. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, damn, man, I used to be a fucked up person. Or if you're still a fucked up person, I'm a fucked up person. I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. It might hurt when you really actually take responsibility for the shit that you're doing in your life. But that's healthy. That's healthy because now you realize it. Now you done vocally said it out of your mouth. Now you realize what you're doing in your life because now you're taking responsibility and accountability for the shit that you got going on. So as long as you realizing it, we on the right track. we on the right track. Realizing that not only are you accountable for the shit that you got going on, you are responsible and you have complete control. Listen, you can't control the weather. You can't control the circumstances sometimes. You can't control how people treat you. You can't control if you walk into your job today and they tell you you got to leave. You can't control that. But you can control what you do, what you say, where you go, how you dress, how you talk, how you carry yourself. All those things are within your control. You can control that shit. You can control the thoughts that you think. You just got to learn how to master your mind. You can control that shit. Control the controllable. If it's not controllable, let that shit go. You hear me? But when you take an accountability, realize that you can control a lot of the shit that you are doing, that you have done. You say, well, these people did me wrong. You let them people in your life. How the fuck you mad at them that they doing you wrong, but you continuing to deal with it? Take accountability for you wanting people in your life. Just go ahead and say that you got abandonment issues. You're scared to be alone. You're scared to be by yourself because you don't know what path that's going to lead you down. But let me tell you something right here. The only way I could walk into my purpose was when I was completely alone. I was able to hear God when I was alone. Now I'm completely alone. I come home every day alone by myself, barely talk to people. When I want to, I will. If I don't, I don't. It doesn't bother me no more. I realized that I had a problem. I thought I needed people. Growing up, because I had no attention, I was always trying to prove myself. Prove myself, prove myself, prove myself. I can get good grades. Look at this, mama. I can get good grades. Look at this, daddy. Did I ever get a pat on the back? No. So I said, well, I'm going to do something more to prove myself. As an adult, I prove myself. Oh, I'm going to buy you this. I'm going to buy you that. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do this for you. Next thing I know, people turning on me, people doing me dirty, people using me. It was because I was allowing it. Now I have to take accountability and responsibility for my fucking actions, the role that I played in that situation. Fuck what they got going on. I can only control me. Me. I'm the only one that I can control. You can control you. Stop letting other people walk in your life and make you feel like you ain't shit, right? Take accountability for the role that you played in that. If you wasn't shit, hey, you wasn't shit. That's cool. Everybody done had their ain't shit moments. I know I done had plenty of them motherfuckers for real. Am I proud of it? No. Did it help build me? Absolutely. Did it mold me? Hell yeah. Because now I'm a beast. I used to cry about things. I used to sit up in the middle of the night worrying about how the situation was going to play out. No. When I took accountability for the role that I played and realized that these people are just as much human as I am, and even though they fucked up, they did some fucked up shit, I'm not blaming them for it. I'm going to just stay the fuck away from them. Yeah, I'm going to keep them out. I'm going to keep them out the mix. I'm going to stay out the mix. I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but do you know what you're supposed to be doing? That's one to think about. But like I said, even though I don't want these folks around me, I'm gonna hold these motherfuckers accountable too. Hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna hold anybody in my life that I feel like that fucked me over accountable as well. I can forgive them and let them go. Don't mean I got to keep them in my life, but I am going to hold them accountable. I might not speak on the situations, but just know that you played a part in this just as well as I did. So I'm holding you accountable as well. Not as much as myself, because I can control what I do. I can control what I allow. I can't control nothing that got to do with you. You're your own individual. But I'm going to hold you accountable in a sense where I know what type of person you are. And I'm not fucking with it. Just imagine, I'm afraid of snakes. So I'm gonna use this. Listen, if I see a snake, I'm gonna get the fuck away from it, because automatically I'm gonna think it's gonna bite me. Because I see a snake, and I know what a snake does. It goes in defense mode. It don't know what you're doing. You might just step on a leaf and it snag onto your ass. Oh yeah, I look at people like that too. Oh, once you show me exactly who you is, I ain't seeing nobody else. I'm holding you accountable for what the fuck you showing me, and I'm gonna move the fuck around. I'm gonna move accordingly. I don't want no parts of that right there. Nope. But I couldn't just, this is me personally. I mean, everybody might be a little differently, but I couldn't just hold myself accountable completely. Because I know what role I played in the situation, but I had to hold those people accountable as well. Because if I didn't, I got such a good heart, I probably would have went back and tried to see again if maybe they learned their lesson from me removing myself from that situation. But 9 times out of 10, they didn't. They already done analyzed you, and they know what type of person you are. They know you're going to come back. They know what you're going to do. Prove them wrong. Hold them motherfuckers accountable. You don't have to hold resentment and hate in your heart towards them. Forgive them. Hold them accountable. You don't even have to speak to these motherfucking people again. But in your mind, in order for you to heal, you have to let go and let God handle the rest. And once that happens, everything in your life gonna go smooth. I don't be mad at nobody. Hey, listen, I done had some people do some fucked up shit to me, y'all. And I'm pretty sure everybody that's listening, I had somebody do some fucked up shit to them. Don't hold on to those things. You're going to walk around your whole life angry at the world about shit that no longer exists in your reality. You create your own reality every single day that you wake up. Every single day that you wake up, you create your own fucking reality. You are in charge. You are the creator. You're the writer. You're the producer. You edit the shit when you want to. If you don't want people in your life, delete them, remove them out. Just how you do on Facebook, social media, whatever you got. If you don't like what they posting, remove them from your friends list. You have the same ability in your life. People hold on to things. That's the problem. You're never going to heal. Y'all might try to walk around, act like you're holier than thou. And a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, want to put on this, I'm so happy, I'm so this, I'm so that. Well, now I'm feeling like this. I'm macho man, macho woman. Cool, that's cool. But are you healing? Do you have peace within yourself? Are you still angry at people from your past? You still angry at your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, whoever? No. Those who anger you control you. Why would I carry that resentment in my heart? I acknowledge the role that I played. I could have went about that differently, but unfortunately my emotions took a hold of me. This is where we at with it now. You know what I'm saying? I can't go back and say something that I wanted to say then. I can't. But I had to realize that accountability is not only what we do, but what we choose to do. So it's not only what we have done, but what we choose to do going forward. Now we're talking about getting into the future, even though we're in the present. Accountability, you have to begin to realize that every decision that you make has a ripple effect. Like when you throw a pebble into the water and you see the ripples going. And sometimes when the ripples is still going, you can't even see them no more. But it's still a little vibration that's going. That's what happens in your life when you make decisions. Hold yourself accountable for now and hold yourself accountable for the decisions that you're about to make. So that'll make you think on things before you do something. Don't be too fast to jump. Don't be too fast to jump on certain things. Think about it. Outweigh your options before you just make a decision. Outweigh your options before you fly off the handle at work and cuss out your manager knowing you ain't got another job lined up. Outweigh your options when a motherfucker make you mad, disrespect you, and you want to maybe, do something dangerous to him. Outweigh your options. Where that's going to end you up. Outweigh your options when you say, well, I ain't fucking with these folks no more. They done did me this, they done did me that. Outweigh your options before you do that. Because if you like me, where I'm at in life right now, anything that anybody done said to me, I'm not trying to rekindle shit no more. Because if you were supposed to be in my life, you would be here. If you were supposed to be in my life, you would be here. God is removing any and everything out of your way that's not supposed to be there. Don't feel bad if you ain't talking to them folks no more. Don't feel bad if family don't fuck with you no more. Don't feel bad if you can't do what you used to do no more. You're changing. Your environment's changing. Your location is changing. Your status is changing. Everything about you is changing. So hold yourself accountable now. Don't beat yourself up too much about shit that you can't change no more. But the things that you can still change and have control over, yeah. Master your fucking mind. Make your mind stronger than any situation that you may be going through. But don't forget that it all starts with you. You can't change nothing in your life. I don't give a fuck how you look at it. You can't change nothing in your life until you change yourself. A lot of people put on a mask and they say, well, I don't like how you said this to me. I don't like how you said that to me. I don't like this. I don't like that. This person undid that to me. This person undid that to me. Okay, well, what did you do? Anytime somebody come to me and tell me what somebody else done did, I ask them straight up at this point, what role did you play? Yeah, that's accountability. That's taking responsibility for your own actions. Oh, well, I might have said da-da-da-da to so-and-so. Oh, okay, well, that's the role that you played. That's why that situation played out how it played out. You shouldn't have been around them people in the first place. Them motherfuckers weren't real. They weren't solid. They weren't 100. But you still was trying to go around them and be around them and parlay with them. And now you done got loose lips and they feeling some type of way about whatever. Nah, we not doing that no more. We holding ourselves accountable. So if I got to be around you and I got to tiptoe around you and watch what I say around you, you don't need to be around them anyway. It's okay. It's okay to let go of the past, accept it for what it was, accept the old version of you. Go back and say, I forgive myself for being this person. I forgive myself for doing these things. And you don't even have to rekindle with people to apologize to them. You can do it in solitude. You can do it by yourself. Say, I apologize for how I treated you. I apologize to how I did you. This is something that you don't have to reach out to these people and say. As long as you got that within your heart, that you know that from now on and going forward, you have made that apology to them. You don't have to vocally say it. You don't have to reach out to these people. Because sometimes you be looking for certain closures and you be looking for people to, hey, let's come together and let's make this thing right. That ain't always the case. Maybe God don't want you to go that way. Maybe he don't want you to go that route. Maybe he don't want you to go back there. You done been there before. You already know what that's going to do. It is what it is. It is what it is. Listen, I'm sick of everybody always putting the blame off on other people, putting the blame off on this person, that person, this situation. At the end of the day, we are accountable for ourselves. And when we are accountable for ourselves, we are accountable for our own success. No matter what that may be in. You will never really be successful in life until you take accountability. Until you're willing to learn. Until you're willing to heal and grow and live. Live life without apologizing constantly for the person that you used to be. If they don't see the new version of you, unfortunately, that wasn't their role in your story. If they don't see the new version of you and who you're becoming, not who you once were, but who you're becoming now, God said, I put them here to teach you a lesson. I put them here for them to learn a lesson from you as well. See, that's another thing. When you start taking accountability, you start seeing like, okay, well, maybe this situation was put here for me to learn this one thing. And even though I reacted in that way, now I know something from it. So now I look at every situation I done been through. And I say, well, what did I learn from it? I know what I did. I know exactly what the fuck I did. I know exactly what the fuck I said. I knew when I couldn't hold my composure no more. I knew when I just wanted to say, fuck everybody, fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? I knew what I did. But what was it supposed to teach me? What did I draw from this? Okay, now I know that. But when you start taking accountability, a lot of people will start to look down on themselves. They'll start to beat themselves up in a sense, Well, maybe, I probably shouldn't have, okay, that's all cool. That's all well and dandy, but that's over with. That's done with now. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? What do we do now? That's fine. Oh, now we replace those toxic habits with healthy habits. Now we face those demons that we've been running from. Bitch, I ain't running no more. I'm right here. And I'm ready to fight. This is my life to live. Take your fucking life back. Healing requires you to take your life back. Even if you feel like you haven't had a life yet, you haven't got to live yet, go get the life that you always dreamed of. You are the creator of your own reality. Get the life that you always dreamed of. And even if they tell you you can't, do it anyway. I would rather do something and fail at it than to have never tried. I would rather to do something than fail at it than to have never tried. Because how do I know it wasn't going to succeed if I never tried to do it? I ain't never tried to heal before. I'm 28 years old. I ain't never tried to heal before. But I felt like that was the right thing to do at this point in my life. Because like I said, if I didn't start healing now, I would have crashed the fuck out. I would have crashed out. But I had to find myself. And when I found myself, I became dangerous. I began to have these dreams and visions of what I'm supposed to do and the whole blueprint and layout of how I was supposed to do it. But first, God said, well, I prayed and I said, God, remove anything from me that's not for me or of me. And he removed everything. Clear as day, wiped it out clean. It was just me standing in an empty room by myself. And from there, I said, okay, well, now I know what I'm supposed to do. And it starts with me fixing me. Because I knew I was a problem sometimes. Not all the time. I knew I was a problem. I began to write. I began to journal. I began to pray every day. I began to meditate. I began to take accountability for the shit that I did. I began to forgive myself for how I let people do me. And I began to apologize to people for how I did them. That don't mean I got to reach out to you. I can write it down. Everything I got to say to a motherfucker, write it down. As soon as I'm done writing, I burn the paper. That's my apology right there. Me, the universe, and God knows exactly my heart. So in order for me not to put myself back in certain situations, I'd rather stay away from it altogether. I forgave you. I apologize to you. Now it's time for me to have grace with me and grace with you. But I will not accept disrespect. So just stay the fuck away from me. That's all it is to it. Healing requires you to dig to the deepest parts of yourself and pull yourself up by your motherfucking britches. That's how my daddy, britches, yeah, pants. For you non-country folk, pull yourself up and keep walking. Keep living, keep loving. Life is what you make it. I'm not making my life hard, mad, sad, and depressive. I done been there. I already know what that do for me. I don't want to go back there no more. I got a vision so big. You should have a vision so big that you shouldn't want to sit in your mess. If you done hit rock bottom, you know what the bottom is like. So if the bottom is like that, just imagine what it would be to get to the fucking top and look down and say, damn, I remember when I was down there once upon a time. So now I got to keep sustaining myself, keep healing myself, keep growing, keep loving in order for me not to hit the bottom again. Because I'm trying to keep flying high. And don't let nobody bring you back down to where you know that you are healing from. You don't have to be perfect. Every day ain't got to be a good day. Love yourself. Be patient with yourself. We all doing this life shit for the very first time. You feel me? Be patient with yourself. It's cool. It is absolutely cool. I feel like the more that you begin to heal, the more that obstacles will get thrown in your path. And a lot of the obstacles, God will bring you the same people or the same situations in a different form to see if you learn the first time and how to handle it now. So that right there tells you if you're really healing. So a lot of people will say, well, I keep attracting this same type of dude, or I keep attracting this same type of girl. You know what I'm saying? Like the same personality, ain't shit, da-da-da-da. Yeah, because you ain't changed something about yourself. That part of you that's attracting them, because you are what you attract, no matter how you try to cut it. Hey, accountability, baby. Hey, I wasn't shit, so I attract ain't shit motherfuckers all in my life. You are what you attract. I began to heal myself. Then I began to attract those healed people, those people that was healing, those people that was willing to heal. When I began to change the way I thought, I began to dig deep within myself and fix those things that I was running from. And some things that I didn't even know was wrong with me until I said, well, maybe this ain't right. Maybe this is the right way to do this. Heal yourself. You will stop attracting that bullshit into your life. You'll attract the right things. It might take time, though. Shit don't happen overnight. It's not going to happen when you want it to happen. It don't happen on your time. If it's not happening right when you want it, you probably still got some shit to work on. Work on you. Love you. At all times. Thank y'all so much for listening, for following, for liking. Every week, I'm going to drop a podcast and we're going to talk about some different shit. The healing season is almost to a close. We about to dive deep into spirituality. We about to dive deep into relationships, into marriage, into parenting. We're going to dive deep into depression, We're going to dive deep into just a whole lot of shit that people don't talk about. We're going to dive deep. And every season, I'm going to lay it out for you guys in a certain aspect. And I'm going to lay it out in episodes so we can gradually get our way up to the end. You feel me? So thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Intuitive Mind Podcast with your host, Kiana Wright. Every week we right back here talking about some good shit that ain't nobody else talking about. And I'm giving you the real raw version of it. I ain't editing shit out. This is what we getting. Peace and love, my people.